Hey everybody, it's Michael Golzmane here. I want to let you know about a very special event and actually a series of events happening in the month of August 2020. During this particular time of the year, based on the alignment of the moon and the stars, once a year, there is an event known as the birthday of Ganesha that occurs. Now, the birthday of a non-physical god or goddess or being is kind of hard to think about how that could actually be. But these birthdays are determined astrologically as a peak time once per year where the energy of that divine being is especially available and accessible to us to be able to invoke, to be able to bring into our lives more fully and substantially. This word Ganesha comes out of the Vedic tradition of India, and yet you do not have to have any particular religious affiliation, connection, or beliefs in order to be able to work with this being. Now, why would that be? Because Ganesha, in my view, and this particular opinion may kind of go against the grain a bit of what you may hear from others or what you may believe, Ganesha, as well as all of the gods and goddesses, I do not believe to be externalized beings that we need to somehow get to do things for us. No matter what our religious spiritual background, we have probably all prayed to something or kind of wished to whatever it is that we call God or spirit or particular being. Please help me. Please come to me. Please work with me. Please give me this. Please take this away from me. We ask for those kinds of things mentally or maybe even more formally in prayer. The way I look at it, though, is that everything that spirit is already fully available within you, within me, within all of us right now. This means that all of the gods and goddesses, energetically and archetypally speaking, are already fully present within our own being right now. The question you might think about or ask right after that is, well, if that were true, then why do I have all of these problems? Okay, so I'm glad you asked that. So here's the thing, the gods and goddesses, let's talk about Ganesha specifically in this moment, the obstacle removing God, the God who clears unforeseen blocks to health, to healing, to manifestation, to money, to creativity, to new projects. So is the most popularly invoked God in the Vedic tradition. How is it that that God is fully present within me in this moment? Well, the gods and goddesses are fully present within us in embryonic form. They're present within us, but they may not be fully realized. They may not be fully activated. They may be buried under a load of what I might call karma, subconscious programming, misaligned beliefs, false identifications. We believe that we're these limited small beings. And as we believe that over years and over lifetimes, the voice of the divine archetypes, the voice of the divine gods and goddesses within us as us becomes more and more distant, more and more silent. It never goes away. We can't get rid of the divine blueprint, whatever name you have, or if you don't have a name for it, spirit, God, life, source, consciousness. We can't get rid of that ever. But we can bury it for a period of time and make it sort of inactive within our being. And so at this peak time of year in August 2020, what I have designed is 3 group clearing events that can be done for you, no matter where you are in the world, centered around the central event, which will take place on August 21st. This is the birthday of Ganesha. And during these 3 events, we will progressively clear blocks within you, clear karma within you, by using ancient and modern karma clearing techniques so that you can reveal within you and bring more into your felt and realized consciousness, the consciousness of Ganesha. This work that we're going to do is not about trying to get Ganesha to do something for us as if he were external. It's by starting off from the point that Ganesha is already fully within us right now. We're going to use techniques from the last several thousand years of the Vedic tradition, along with techniques that are more modern, that I have learned and that I have developed, to go into your karmic database, the subconscious, your soul history, your Akashic field, whatever name you have for that. We're going to go into this field of blocking, limiting energy within you using these strategies. And we are going to specifically focus on unlocking, revealing, and bringing forward the perfect divine consciousness of Ganesha that is already active within you, whatever your spiritual religious background or lack thereof. Think about it from this way for a moment. Ganesha is a word that comes out of the Hindu tradition, and yet the name and what he represents is all about removing obstacles, clearing blocks that are unforeseen to anything that is positive, that is auspicious, that is beautiful in life, clearing blocks to health and healing, clearing blocks to awareness, to creativity, to knowledge, to learning, to growth, clearing blocks in relationships, clearing blocks in career, whatever area of life, and they all can really have blocks to some extent that you may need blocks cleared from, even if you don't know what these areas are. The more that you refine the consciousness of Ganesha within you, the more that you reveal his consciousness by clearing your own blocks to that consciousness being revealed, the more what happens is your life begins to step into a place of greater flow, greater synchronicity, greater ease. Blocks that you didn't even know might be karmically heading your way in a week or a year or 10 years that might cause some problem, those get cleared out of the way even before you know that what they are, so that your life begins to flow more beautifully in harmony with Ganesha consciousness. So I like to hyphenate that word, Ganesha consciousness. Rather than thinking about him as a particular being, there is symbology, there's archetypal symbology of his being as an elephant-headed god, but this is meant to reference an inner state, a mythical state within us, where we actually reveal this divine consciousness as our own being. So according to the ancient yogis, there are 3 major peak times in the month of August this year where Ganesha's consciousness, based on the astrology of those times, is more available. This is August 6th, August 21st, and August 31st. I am performing very extended, probably an hour and a half to 2-hour group clearings on each of these days that you can sign up for. I encourage you to sign up for all 3 of them, and or as many as you can, because the more that we work with this consciousness, we're going to be using 3 different protocols in these days, the more that we work with this consciousness, refine it within us, continue to go in at these astrologically peak times to refine, to clear, to eliminate our own karma so that we can reveal Ganesha consciousness within us, the better our lives will flow, the more harmony we'll have. And according to the yogis, they look at Ganesha's birthday, which again is August 21st this year. They look at this as the beginning of a new year. From this point, all the way through the next Ganesha birthday, which will happen in August or September of 2021, we look at this as setting the stage for removing obstacles, especially in this new year of life. So that this new year, no matter what is happening around us, no matter what challenges or problems we have in our lives right now, we can all use more connection with the power to remove obstacles. So I want to encourage you, spend these 3 dates with me, sign up for these clearings. You can click below to do that so that you can become the more activated, more realized in the consciousness of Ganesha. I cannot give you his consciousness because it's already fully within you. But through my facilitation, I can help you to reveal more of that consciousness within you so that it becomes more active, so that your life begins to reflect and to reveal that obstacle-removing consciousness in your everyday life. Please do join me. Any comments, any questions, please feel free to post below. Thanks for watching, friends.